Welcome to Achiever Spotlight. As you know, Achiever Spotlight puts the spotlight on entrepreneurs who are on their way up, blazing a trail, and inspiring others. In this episode of Achiever Spotlight, we have with us two professionals who left their corporate career and started something that they really wanted to do. One of them is a chartered accountant, and the other one is an advertising professional. And the venture that they've started is mushroom farming. So here we go. Over to you, Pratik and Spendanica.
Yeah, thanks, Paramjit. Thanks for this opportunity. So I am basically, we are the founders of a company called Sukari Organics Private Limited. So we are basically a mushroom company. We do everything related to mushrooms. So my background in terms of past is I am basically a chartered accountant. I have worked in the corporate lifestyle for last 18, 19 years. And last year I decided that enough was enough, and I wanted to start something which excited me. And this was something which really excited me on the venture. And I got in touch with Spendanica last year, and we joined hands to push this forward in a big way. So, I will let Spendanica introduce herself in terms of her background and how she started about this thing journey. Yeah.
Right. Thanks, Pratik. Thank you so much. And firstly, thanks, Paramjeet, for having us in and giving us this opportunity. Right. So, I basically come from a background experience of advertising and media. So, I have for over around 5 years of experience specifically into advertising and media. And it was 2017 when I finally left my job and sort of started pursuing my passion into mushrooms. And as Pratik said that 2019 we actually joined our hands, and it's been an amazing journey together since then onwards.
Very interesting. So, a chartered accountant and an advertising professional getting together to start a business purely built on passion and in an entirely innovative sector, which is mushrooms. Fantastic. What inspired you to leave your corporate careers and get into starting your own business? Pratik, you can answer that,
So
or Spendanica.
mushroom, we believe the both of us. Yeah, so both of us believe that mushrooms are the commodity which is very underrated in the Indian market and globally as well, because the amount
Yeah.
of benefits it you can derive from a mushroom, and especially the vegetarian, because of the rise of the population in vegan and vegetarian community. The amount of benefits from mushroom is not really so well known in the circles. So our intent is to give our customers one a quality product in terms of organic as well as high in quality, which largely what we believe the markets which are serving mushroom. You go to a local vegetable vendor, buy mushroom there. They are extremely white looking mushrooms which are chemically treated, and the consumer buying it won't even know that this is more harmful than beneficial for him to take. So the intent came in, plus the mushroom life cycle and the commodity, it has all the advantages and really very few disadvantages. It has a very short life cycle. It can be grown in a period of 30 to 40 days. Very high in antioxidants, used in whole lot of pharmaceutical companies for the medicines and health purposes, used in many of the food items to increase the nutrient value of the foods. uh, Plus the amount of what do you say control you can exercise on the production is far more than other agri products, because it is grown indoors. Mushroom is grown indoors, does not require huge amount of land. It can be done with small amount of capitals, and you can produce higher quantities. So I really don't see a negative side to the entire storyline. So that actually really excited me, and thought of why anybody has not looked at it.
That's very interesting because I never thought mushrooms will have antioxidants, and people start having green tea and chia seeds for getting antioxidants. And mushrooms, which is something that we eat every day, that's so rich in nutrients, I never knew. I'm sure our viewers are going to be very excited about what are the different types of mushrooms that you are planning to get into. So if you could share a little bit about what are the different types of mushrooms that you can make available to our to the consumer.
So, Spam, you want to answer that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. So, a lot of people do not really know that there are like some 1500 edible varieties of mushrooms,
Wow.
right? And yes, and I completely feel that it's a wonderful product in itself, because as Pratik mentioned that there are certain varieties of mushrooms, like if I call it out, there is this specific variety called Ganoderma, which alternatively is also called rishi mushroom, which is extensively used against cancer research by a lot of pharmaceuticals. So each of these mushroom species has like sets of its own like specific qualities and nutrient qualities, which are variedly. So for example, like if I talk about oyster mushroom, it is extremely high in antioxidants. So generally all mushrooms are very, very highly like nutrient, and there are specific varieties which are also used for specific purposes, right? If we talk about the mushrooms that we've already ventured out with, there are like couple of them. So as we know that button mushrooms, which are like readily available in the market, right? That is obviously one of the highly consumed mushrooms. Besides that, there are also like oyster varieties of mushrooms. There are like shiitakes, there are portobellos, and I think it's also like, if you look at mushrooms, like they're also like amazing as a product. Like I'm sure like as we started making more customers, I think people the one of the feedback that we really had was that people started having fun with their cooking, and people started having fun with mushrooms, because
I'm sure.
The way you cook each of the mushrooms is very, very different,
Excellent. I didn't even know that there were so many varieties of mushrooms. 1500. That's a huge number. So what are the normal, common 5-6 types of varieties which are more popular than the others?
Right. So as I told you that, button mushroom is one of the mushrooms that is highly consumed, and that is one of the mushrooms that people are more aware about, right? Besides that, there are certain exotic varieties of mushrooms. For example, if I tell you, there is this specific variety of mushroom which is called oyster mushrooms, and it has got its name that way because it is shaped like an oyster.
Okay.
And that particular mushroom in itself has like some 4 species within it, and which is basically differentiated basis its color. So there is a mushroom which is white in color, like white colored oyster. There is one which is pink in color, yellow, gray, and black in color, right? And each of them, they taste very differently. But if you ask me that, of course, which mushroom even amongst oyster is like more known amongst people, it is the white variety or the gray variety. So again, like the way you cook each of these mushrooms is very different, the way they taste is very different, you know so again, portobellos is something that people are more aware of. Shiitakes, of course, you will find a lot of these pan Asian restaurants, they actually use shiitake as a major ingredient in a lot of their mushroom based cuisines.
Shiitake is used globally in the gourmet cuisines. Shiitake is the one of the
Yeah.
what do you say, most popular in the gourmet. So globally, all the top chefs and the gourmet chefs actually use shiitake mushrooms quite often in their dishes. Plus, there is one more variety which actually we missed mentioning, is the milky mushroom. Milky is more of an indigenous grown mushroom, and it is similar to button, and it is bigger in size than the button. So milky mushroom is also something which is of a little bit commoner variety which people would identify. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, where do you sell these mushrooms? Are there any B2B customers you have, like hotels, or do you sell them directly to individual customers, like me and the viewers that we have? Where do you sell these mushrooms?
So the current model or the even the ongoing model that we are looking at is only selling it directly to the last retailer. So in that sense, it may be the retailers like Big Basket, Big Bazaar, Reliance. So these are actually our customers. The Big Basket is one of our bigger customers. Big Bazaar is our potential. They have just about confirmed the orders. Crow Farms is another customers which have just confirmed the orders. The INA market in Delhi, which actually uses certain exotic varieties. So they actually buy a whole lot of milky and what do you say, this oyster mushroom, white oyster and milky.
Oysters, yeah.
They buy a whole lot of that from us. Probably at one point of time, the entire oyster and milky market in the INA was supplied by Sukari only. There was no other supplier. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
so we had a quite a good hold because we were able to provide the quality product, which in the agri market right now the biggest concern is to have a quality product which can be traced back. For example, you buy something in the agri market, you buy a potato, you buy an onion, you cannot track it back to the farm or back to the person selling it.
Right.
We take that accountability 100%. We take that accountability. We have our logo, we have our branding on the mushrooms we sell. So we stand by our quality in that sense.
Excellent.
Right.
So, an interesting thought that you've managed to get so many customers. How long ago did you start this business?
So the acquiring of the customer is to just to test the market. If you ask me that we are going to, we have stopped actually selling these days. Reason being that we don't have the enough infrastructure and the resources to fulfill the customers. So
Okay.
when in 2018 we wanted to try out the market in terms of growing. So 2018 was dedicated to growing. The money was spent
Yeah.
on setting up the farms, getting the community to grow mushrooms. All that stuff was done in 2018. 2019, when I came in, Spendanika has already tested the growing part of it. So she is already expert in that.
Okay.
What we were missing was the selling part of it, selling and logistics of the market, which we had not tested as yet. So last year in October, November, we decided that we want to test the market. Even though we don't have a growing facility ourselves in here, but we want to test the market in terms of sales. How does the sales look like? Okay, so we started out with the INA market, which was highly responsive in getting our product, getting our produce. We were very happy with everything. We then approached the 37 Krishna Marshe. There's a store chain. They
Yeah.
straight away gave us 10 stores for the supply of the fresh mushrooms, which we did for a couple of runs as a test. But we, as a business logic or business rule, we actually decided before starting anything, me as Spendanika, we decided we are not going to make a loss sale. So we have never made a loss sale. So
Excellent.
in that sense, this was running because this was logistics of a quantity, because not having enough quantity and acquiring only second customer with 10 different locations was a little bit of a logistics nightmare. So we decided that we will test it, but we will not proceed with it because business might not be viable for one store only. Post that, there was another store, Yes Store, which actually we acquired the orders for. Then there was Big Basket. We approached them. They were more than happy to take our product. Big Bazaar, Milk Basket. We approached them, and with the Spendanika's charm, they were all more than happy to
Yeah,
take
but
our
it's
product.
it's it's
Yeah.
truly inspiring that in a span of just 3 months You've got
Yeah,
such big names on
yeah,
your customer list.
yeah.
I, that's definitely a case where if you have a product and if you're conscious of the quality that you're delivering to the customer, um, that's something
The
that
market
needs to
response.
be the
Yeah,
foundation.
yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Right,
Mm.
right.
So,
Plus the
And I'll, mhm.
sure, Spananika, please go on.
And I'll also like add on like one a little detail to this, that as Pratik mentioned about the quality, and I mean it is actually like a huge challenge to maintain the product quality for a product like mushroom, which is highly perishable, and specifically for certain varieties of mushrooms that are highly affected by temperatures. Like for example, I'll again go back to referring on to the oyster variety of mushroom. This typical mushroom usually takes a temperature of between 22 to 28 degrees Celsius, and 25 degrees Celsius is the perfect temperature for it to grow. But in summers, and I remember when we started off, and that is where, like, as you mentioned this question, that how were we able to get the entire market, and there was a point of time where only we were supplying in INA. That happened because usually in summers it's a huge challenge to deliver these mushrooms, and I think Pratik has been like a superman in this, because I mean, we've brought in solutions wherein we've been able to cater to logistics in a certain way, that we made sure that the quality of the product doesn't go down at all. So right from the place where it is, when we pick it up from the farm to the place when it is received by our customer, we made sure that the summers are not badly affecting the mushrooms, and it doesn't affect the life, so that when it goes out to the end consumer, I mean, we live up to our word.
Excellent.
So
So,
yeah.
if some of our viewers are interested in starting their own business, and moving away from the environment of working for somebody and working for themselves, and they are interested in doing something like what you guys are doing, um, would you be open to helping such entrepreneurs to set up their maybe a franchise of your mushroom business, or can they associate somehow with you to grow mushrooms in some manner? Is there such a possibility?
Sure, sure. So we have been working on a few things in that sense. One, there's another side to our business which probably we have not elaborated on, is helping the farmers. We want to have the growing facility cannot be 100% owned by us in any day. We cannot what do you say, cater to the entire market by growing mushroom ourselves. So that is never the business idea. The idea was to make the farmers able to provide us with the quality products, and enable them to enable new farmers to join hands. So for that, we have relationship with the couple of government agencies like HAYAC and DMR, where we have a plan to whatever farmers are trained there for the mushroom cultivation, we intend to involve with them from the very initial stage to set up the farm with the help of, and get them the government grants and the subsidies, get them the funding opportunities from the banks, whatever government schemes are there, help them get that. There's another agency which is going to work with us on that, which is Hak Darshak, who is doing this job for last, what's man, 3 5 years, how many years, Hak Darshak?
Yeah, yeah, easily more than 3 years, more than
More
three
than three
years
years. They have been
Right.
enabling farmers and not too well-to-do people in terms of government schemes. So we have already tied up with them in terms of helping these guys set up the farm. We have got the tie-up with the agencies, Sayan Shagro, which actually provides them the infrastructure to set up the farms. So we intend to enable the farmer also to whole lot, so that our back end or our supply chain is strengthened in this, because we believe that selling and maintaining the quality backbone of that is the farmer and the supply chain from which we can keep on getting the quality product. And in terms of tie-up, we've got a whole lot of tie-ups with these guys, the government agencies, as well as the agencies who are helping the farmers. So we are more than open to help the cause in that sense. Yeah, absolutely.
So, Pratik and Spandanika, you mentioned that you deal in fresh mushrooms, but given the short shelf life of fresh mushrooms, is there any other product related to mushrooms that you also sell, which could have a longer shelf life, and a person sitting anywhere in any corner of India or anywhere else could order that particular product of mushroom, which would have a longer shelf life?
We do. So basically, there are certain varieties of mushrooms that can be actually oven dried and sun dried. So like for example, oyster varieties of mushrooms, right? So these mushrooms can actually be dried, and their shelf life easily increases to 9 months. And it is also like an easier product to be used by a lot of people, like especially also with a lot of restaurants, because one of the major issues with restaurants is what we realized is that for example, if they put up a particular specific variety of mushroom in their menu, and if they do not get the supply for 12 months for that mushroom, then their entire menu goes for a toss. So given that kind of a situation, like this comes as a great rescue, because you can store it in your shelf and you can use it as per your convenience. Dried mushrooms is one category. We also cater into pickled mushrooms. We also
Beautiful.
do yes, for we have button mushroom pickles, and we have oyster mushroom pickles, and we also intend to have a lot of like other pickles for other varieties. We also intend to start off with canned mushrooms very soon. So yes, I mean, there's a whole lot of scope here to expand a lot of other SKUs, which we'll be doing gradually.
So do you have any website or any email ID where our viewers can get in touch with you if they want to order mushroom pickles or dried mushrooms?
So we are about to get listed on Amazon. We have a website which is sukariorganics.com. So the website is already in place. Right now, we have a provision to take orders from the website, but right now we are not using the websites to take orders. So in that sense, the best thing would be to wait for probably few days. Once we get listed on Flipkart, Amazon, and a couple of more e-com sites, you can order that from there. Yeah.
Excellent. So everyone out there, in case you like mushrooms and you want to put dried mushrooms in your pulao, or you want to have mushroom pickles, please wait for another 15 to 20 days. And you can go to the link given below, sukariorganics.com. And you can also source these products from Amazon and the other online marketplaces. Fantastic. So, Pratik and Spandanika, it sounds like a very nice and easy business that you have got going. I'm sure there must have been challenges. Could you share some of the challenges that you faced while setting up this business?
So challenges are there in everything you do, but every day is not a great day, but every day is not a bad day either. So there will be days which are not so great, the days are which are great. So challenges in acquiring a customer, Spandanika can tell you that it is a tough. Although she's been able to crack a whole lot of customers, but it is a tough job. Logistics is a nightmare for agriculture products. So logistics is another big issue in managing what do you say, fresh product. Always time is of an issue. The temperature outside is an issue. Everything is sourcing a farmer, maintaining the quality. Everything is a challenge. So nothing is easy. Once it is done, it seems easy. The end product looks like an easy, but the effort behind it is a lot of effort in terms of ensuring the quality, in terms of getting it delivered fresh, in terms of acquiring customers. So Spandanika can add her.
Now, I'm sure a person who's eating the mushroom pickle will not realize how much effort has gone into actually bringing
Yeah,
that mushroom pickle to the table for
Yeah.
that consumer.
absolutely, absolutely. But that is
Yeah.
that he doesn't need to realize. He should get a quality product. That is our that effort is ours. So he should get a quality product at his table. That is what he
Ex-
is paying for. Yeah.
Excellent. So,
Yeah.
Prateek or Spananika, could you share with our viewers uh, what your advice would be to somebody who wants to start a business of their own?
So Spandanika can add on, but I will just ask. I will just one say there has to be a drive,
Yeah.
which has to be relentless. So as I said, there will be good days, there will be bad days, there will be worse days. So the drive, if is diminished, then you cannot succeed in anything. So that drive has to be there, and you have to be agile. You have to be adaptable to different situations that are put in front of you. That I believe are the most critical areas. One is adaptability, being agile, and second, keep the drive on.
Very
Spandanika?
nice.
Right. I so agree with everything that you said, and I completely believe in that. Two things in particular that I would definitely want to add on is that, like, don't really give up when the circumstances like get like really tough, because one thing is that you need to be really persistent with what you're doing. And of course, as Pratik mentioned, that there are going to be like difficult times, and especially initially, right, there are going to be days which are going to be not so good. So I think it's important to realize that I mean, having that drive and not letting it flow out of yourself, and not giving up. And another thing is that having a value system in place, because I think this is something that both of us really believe in, is that when you have a strong value system in place and when you follow that, I think that takes you really long.
Fantastic. So, everyone out there, you you've just heard from Spandanika and Pratik. What are the attributes which are absolutely essential if you want to start on the entrepreneurship journey? The foundation for all these is the values. So, what values you have, that will determine the speed and the direction in which your business grows. Thank you so much, Pratik, and thank you so much, Spandanika. Today's interaction has been full of nuggets, which I'm sure our viewers are going to be very grateful for. And I'm sure all the mushroom lovers out there, in case you're interested in eating some delicious mushrooms in a whole huge variety and in different forms, please feel free to go to sukariorganics.com. And please wait for another couple of weeks. Their products are going to be available online. Thank you so much, Pratik. Thank you so much, Spandanika.
Thanks, Pankaj.
Thank you so much, Paramjeet. Thanks so much.